Hi, everyone. Give me just one second, okay? Good to be here with everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. All right. I want to thank everyone for all the well wishes. I'm feeling much better, so thank you. I feel a little tired off and on. I'm feeling a little tired today, but nothing too bad. Since having COVID. Americans are getting scammed. All right. There we go. All right. So let's say hello to everyone. All right. Hello, Julian, Deb, Janet, Giselle, Water Lily, Karen Adams, and Karen Hartman. Hello. Therese, sweetie darling Lulu, Jean, Xander, Zach, Beth. Hi, Karen. Flora, Karen Louise, Alicia, Lynn, Laura, Cicero, Sacred Hag, Lady Leo, Sherry, Pegasus, Moonbeam, Laner. Hello, everyone. Maggie, Christine, Eljoy, Judith, Harriet, Sharon, Joanne, Karen Adams, Marilyn, Flying Without a Broom, Christine, Nana, G. Oh, lots of love coming in. Hi, Jamie, Jeanette, Karen, Sally, Therese, Mother of Three. All right. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. Just some housekeeping. If you could all just remember to do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe. It really helps. I'm hoping to get to 10K before the end of the year. I think we're like, last I checked, I think we're like 350 away from that. So definitely doable, I think. But thank you all for all the support and the love. I really appreciate that. I'm excited tomorrow night. Kim from Intuitive You is going to be on the channel, and we're going to do politics. I haven't worked with her yet, but I've been a big fan of her work and her channel for a while, so I'm really looking forward to that. And Mel should be on Thursday night. Members next Monday, I think 7 p.m. Let me double check. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Monday. We'll be doing our members live. You can ask me any of your personal, political, spiritual questions, and we'll do about an hour show for that. If anybody's interested in becoming a member, I have the information in the description box. Also, if you go onto my channel on YouTube, I have a link for it as well. So no pressure, but we'd love to have you if you'd like to join us. We had our first session last week. We did a Reiki session, and it was really powerful and really, really strong and fun. So looking forward to that. And I think that's it. If you want a reading or a Reiki session, you can send me an email at kevinlovingvibrations@gmail.com. I'm pretty booked until the week after Thanksgiving. I might have an opening or two, but yeah, send me an email if you're interested, and we can get something set up for you. All right. So we're going to do political and current event questions. If I don't get to your question today, please stop by tomorrow night or Thursday night. Like I said, Kim and Mel will be on the channel this week. So lots of opportunities for political readings. So, all right. Let me just get some of these questions. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having Kim on. She's really sweet. Oh, I'm glad that you can join us live, Robin. All right. Before I get into your questions, I was kind of feeling the energy shifting. I know in the past I felt like there might be a short shutdown. I almost feel like they're going to get something through today, or this week before, just like at the very last minute again. I believe they're having a vote on the House today. But I do feel at some point, if it's going to be another CR, so they'll vote for it again in January or February. And I see maybe then is when there's a short shutdown. I want to know, though, too. Let's take a look at the budget, if it's going to get passed. And then I want to see, too, if there's going to be any fallout for Johnson for having Democrats vote, to get this passed. So let's take a look. Thank you. Government shutdown. Just going to throw a couple cards, but I did feel like there's energy around Democrats being able to bridge the gap for the CR bill. It's crazy, you guys. I told you chaos in the House. I guess Romney supposedly pushed a Republican or elbowed him or something, and then there was a fight with this senator from the GOP. I did feel like McCarthy did shove him, though, when I heard that. I know he's denying it, but I did feel like there was a bit of an altercation there. Craziness. And I almost feel like there's part of the Republican Party that wants the government to shut down. So I don't think that that's surprising for many people. They just like the chaos, but I do feel like fallout and chaos because of this. Yeah, I think it's going to pass this CR, which is good. The government shouldn't shut down, but I think the Republicans know, too, it wouldn't do them any favors to shut down the government right before the holidays. Yeah, they're going to get something done. There's disappointment with their leader, though, because I get heartbreaker, people trying to sabotage Johnson here. So, like I said, I feel like there's going to be some chaos from it. But yes, Ace of Swords, victory, the government crossing, justice coming to balance. You're going to have some of those crazies out there that are pushing against it, but Ace of Pentacles. So it almost feels like there might be a bit of negotiation too. Maybe this is coming across lines with the Democrats needing to vote, but like them working really hard and then movement forward. So I think we're going to avert the shutdown, at least right now. But I do feel at some point it's going to shut down again. I think all of the House members are up for re-election in 2024. Jane? Let's see if there's going to be any fallout for Johnson over this. Hey, Dan. And thank you so much for the super chat, artist. I'll get your question next. All right. Hey, Mary. Laura, that fire in California, I did feel like there was foul play involved with that. Felt like it was somebody being stupid, wanting to cause chaos. I don't know if I would say as far as a act of terror. Well, I guess that's kind of what it is. Yeah. But I felt I was picking up on foul play for that, for sure. Johnson endorsed Trump for president today. Oh, Ellen says that interstate, it was reported that it was arson. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, it definitely felt like it was intentional. All right, let's take a look at Johnson. Is he going to have fallout for? I answered yes. They're going to be fallout for Johnson for the CR bill. I feel like it's a woman pushing it. Maybe it's MTG. I did feel like there was fallout and scandal regarding Kim and his wife and money. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's what the fallout is. I don't know if it gets him out though, because it's like he pushes on through it. But I do feel some people turning on him and really ramping up the attacks. Yep, my MAGA card, Knight of Swords. They got some plans in the works. I feel. Fortune's fate. So things are shifting. You know, there's going to be a closing of this speakership chapter for him. Some of them wanting to head into a new direction. Yeah, it's like these holdouts they just like the chaos. But I almost wonder if it's MTG or Boebert, one of the female Congress people, really going against him hard. Yeah, he's my guides told me when Johnson got in, I felt like he was in way over his head. Like he couldn't handle this. And he was going to regret taking the speakership. So I do feel some fallout. Maybe not them pushing him out just yet, but maybe it's. I was feeling like it might be the beginning of next year, and I guess if they push the budget until was it January or February, that kind of feels more to go with the timeline when he's removed. So. Well, thank you, Cece. She says massive fire that closed Interstate 10 in LA was set intentionally, governor says. Preliminary investigation found malice intent. Yep, that's what I was picking up. Okay, people are saying it. A lot of people heard it was arson. Yeah, that was my kind of feeling with it too. I don't know if the female's Ginny Thomas with Johnson, Karen, but maybe it's issues with him and his wife because I feel like both of them are caught up in a scandal. I don't feel like Tim Scott was threatened by anybody to get out of the way, so I don't think he was getting the funding or the backing that he was looking for. All right. Hi, Catherine. All right. So, Sweetie Darling Lulu says, has Alex Jones given any money yet to the Sandy Hook's parents? I don't think he has yet. I think he's still trying to fight. I think he's trying to fight saying he's going to go bankrupt, but I don't see that working. I feel money having to be sent over. It might not be everything that was agreed to, but I definitely feel the parents of the Sandy Hook getting some money from Alex Jones. Let's take a look at him. Oh, interesting. Karen says Tim Scott didn't tell his campaign staff before he announced it on TV. Interesting. We can look at that new ethics code in the Supreme Court, but it's really a joke, Cindy. They've been feeling the pressure and they know how bad the optics is of them all being bought and paid for. But it doesn't even, I don't think that there's any punishment or anything like that even stated in the ethics rules. So I don't think it was really serious. It was just, to make it look like they were taking it seriously. A lot more coming up with the Supreme Court, though. All right, Alex Jones. Yeah, he's still trying to fight it. He's not going to be successful. He's going to have to retreat, trying to delay. Yep, here's giving out the money in the future. I don't think he has yet. It's going to leave him broke too. Good. Yeah, he's busy defending right now. He's trying to push it. He's going to have to take a step back. He's going to have to pay them the money. It feels like there's a bit of time still, but I almost wonder too if he's got the high priestess here, so it's like the secrets and the knowledge that will lead to his defeat. I wonder if he's getting in more trouble for the January 6th involvement. Could be more charges with that for what he knows, and that taking him down as well. I don't think he's out of trouble. But no, he will have to pay the parents. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you, Sharon. The DOJ needs to charge Thomas with accepting bribes. I don't think they will charge him, but I see him out sooner rather than later. Oh, and then in the Senate, let me know, guys. I believe they're voting on trying to do a workaround for Tupperville with his military promotions, changing the rules. That's what I've said, and I felt like it was. I think I said I felt like it was going to happen, November or end of October. So yeah, Lynn says the ethics was all should, not no shall do this or will do that. Right. It was all for the optics because they know how unpopular they are. And I do, I'm not a fan of Roberts, but I do feel like he actually is concerned about, um, the overall look of the Supreme Court. And I do feel some shame around the path that some of the extremists are going in his party. Like he's not for it. Not to say that he doesn't, accept his own bribes, or his wife doesn't. So there's definitely corrupt there, but he's not about the bad optics for the Senate. I don't. I always felt like Thomas would be the first to leave, but I almost felt like Roberts would be the next to leave. I don't feel like he'll be in there for very long either. CC says, "Will any Republican Marines vote Democratic as a result of Tupperville blocking promotions and Marine camp commander hospitalized working two jobs?" I do feel like I don't feel like all, but I do feel like there are some that are maybe independent that typically vote with the Republicans that are really disgusted by that. I don't think the hardcore Republican Marines are going to change their vote, CC, but I do feel like there's some, and I actually felt like it was more of a public outrage rather than the military, because I almost feel like this and some more scandal happening for Tupperville. I don't know when he's up for re-election, but I feel like he's out after this term. Like this move is going to bite him in the butt. Will Nancy Mace win another term? South Carolina district lines are ordered by court to be redrawn. That's her district. Oh, they're redistricting her? I'm almost feeling no, like she's not going to win re-election. And she's got some challenges, some obstacles. Her walking away. I don't think so. Like women coming out. I wonder too if abortion is going to be on the ballot in South Carolina, because I feel like a lot of women coming out to vote against her. Yeah, her time's up. I don't think so. I think the way that they're redistricting, it's going to be a much more competitive race. So, or is she in a competitive district and they're trying to draw it to make it harder? Yeah, that really resonates with me, Karen. She says, I think the last week's shellacking at the ballot box has let the GOP in the House and Senate know they are in trouble, thus the fighting. Yep, I would agree with that 100%. They're eating their own right now. Yeah, Schumer's taking it to the Rules Committee for the Tuberville today. Yep, and I feel like there's going to be Republicans that vote to change the rule, as surprising as that sounds. But a lot of Republicans are tired of that. They see the threat. Yep. Thanks, Rebecca. Everybody, please hit the thumbs up. Oh, wow, we have almost 400 people watching already. Thank you so much. All right. I wanted to get to Artist's question. Thank you again for the super chat. She says, with the independents and people saying they will not vote for Biden because of his support for Israel, it's all over social media. I'm so worried. Thank you. Don't be worried, Artist. We still have a year out. A lot of things are going to change between now and then. And the thing is, too, Biden is trying to be that peacemaker. He's trying to call for the ceasefire, and you know, trying to get Egypt to open up the borders to bring in the aid that's needed. I understand that it's horrible, but it's also not on the U.S. either. That's Israel. So, I mean, I understand it's a horrible situation all around, but what are they going to do? They're going to vote for Trump, who wants to ban Muslims? I don't get it. I think people are just, rightfully so. It hits close to home for a lot of people, and they're upset. But I do think that things have calmed down by election of next year. It's so important, though. Let's not dive into the fear, you guys. We keep seeing polls that say that Biden's so unpopular, and Democrats just won in a bunch of off-year elections in red states, and I think that is really telling with where the energy lies. So just breathe. It's going to all be good. Yeah, they're getting offers. I do feel like people are going to be happy with the way Biden tries to negotiate things, and um, with the ceasefires and all of that, because this is like that generous offer coming. Things calming down, like I said, going from turbulent times just to calmer waters. There's obviously a lot of reflection on this, but I think it's going to all be okay come November next year, you guys. Some people are unhappy, they're dissatisfied, but I mean, what's their other options, really? It's going to be women and young people that really make the difference in 2024. Yeah, I agree, Karen. She says less than 10 people post on social media. It's not accurate as how most of us feel. Right. And there are some people that are upset. I mean, and rightfully so, but also too, I think you're taking it out on the wrong person. I mean, Biden's, calling for that humanitarian efforts there. So, right. How do you negotiate with terrorists? Exactly, Colleen. Yeah, and so much is going to happen over the years. Yep, I agree, Cece. All right. Yes, Cindy. She says, will Democrats pick up any news? Excuse me. Will Democrats pick up any new Senate seats in 2024? If so, ideas who's going out? You know, it's hard because we're still a year away, but I did feel, obviously, I think, I said I feel like West Virginia is going to go to the Republicans there, so that is a loss of a seat. Thank you again, artist. Um, I mean, Manchin's really not a Democrat anyway, and you're not going to get any Democrat unless they're a conservative Democrat in West Virginia. Um, but I did feel like there was going to be some flips. Um, I felt like um, there was a lot of momentum behind Gloria Johnson in Tennessee. That one feels like it's close, but it could go to Democrats. I've said for a while I feel Ted Cruz is going to be out. Um, Hawley may be out. That one feels like it's really close. Rick Scott, is Rick Scott up in 2024? And I think in a lot of these states too, like I know Florida, I believe that there's a um, an abortion initiative that's going to be on the ballot too. So that's what I'm saying. I think in a lot of these red states, with abortion being on the ballot, it's going to get people out in droves to vote. It's going to be very high turnout, and a lot of people voting for Democrats, even in red states. So you're going to have more Republicans showing up than what did like um, last week, but I do feel like there is an edge for Democrats in some of these states. Yeah, and that's what really scares me. I mean, I'm not worried about it, but if I'm looking at it analytically, the Senate map for Democrats is really a really bad map for Democrats in 2024. They're defending a lot of seats. There's hardly any Republican seats, and the Republican seats are all in really red areas. But intuitively, I don't feel nervous at all. I feel like it's going to all be great. So we got to keep the faith, you guys. But I'm feeling like there might be two or three flips from Republican to Democrats. Like I said, I think West Virginia is going to flip red, though. All right. Christopher wants to know, will Ohio go blue in 2026 governor race as a result of Republican overreach in the state and federal levels? Ohio, I do feel like it's going to trend more purple. It does feel like it's leaning red still. But I do get like purple, like it can be competitive. Like I feel pretty good about um, Sherrod Brown. He's up for re-election in 2024, and I feel like he's going to win. For the governor's race, though, in 2026, we'll go blue. Let's ask the pendulum. Obviously, as we get closer and we have candidates, it'll be easier to read. But all right. Well, will the Ohio governor be taken by a Democratic? Will a Democrat win the Ohio governor race in 2026? Ooh, pendulum saying yes, so that's hopeful. It's been a while since we've had a Democratic governor here in Ohio. Was it Strickland, I think, was our last one? We had Kasich, and then we have DeWine now. So it feels like it's more competitive for Democrats come 2026, Chris. Yeah, I think John Tester's going to win re-election too, CC. All right. Teresa's with Trump losing New York trial and no longer able to do business there, and then the IRS coming for him, will there be any money left for Melania for entertainment purposes only? I always felt like Melania would get out before he's penniless. I don't think she's taken a huge fortune with her, but I think that that's something she's actually been very mindful of um, the last couple of years. Because I've always felt, um, after all the dust settles with Trump and all that, he probably won't even be alive anymore. I've always felt like her moving over to Europe, overseas, and remarrying. But I feel like she gets a little bit of money from Trump for that. She's a gold digger, right? We could take a look at Gretchen Whitmer. I feel like Whitmer might be a VP at some point. And I see her running for president. I don't know if she'll be successful, but all right. But I've always felt Melania leaving Trump. Her retreating. Yeah, Barron might go with her overseas, I feel like. I'm feeling defeat, so there might not be any money left when she leaves. But like I said, I feel like she remarries somebody with money. Like maybe she goes to Italy or somewhere over in that area. But yeah, I have her retreating. Or maybe she goes back to her home country after Trump is defeated. Yeah, she's kind of pushing on with her family, with Barron. But yeah, she's at a loss too. I'm not getting any money cards, so maybe there won't be anything left. It's going to take a while though. I do feel New York State going after Trump org, and I feel the IRS too, for state and federal crimes. But I mean, by the time that all happens and it's what goes to trial and all that, like I said, who knows if Trump will even be alive still. Hey, Lucreta. All right. Yeah, I think she has some money too. I don't think she's going to be totally penniless. Maybe that's it. Yeah, I think so, CC. She says, is Melania waiting on court outcomes in 2024 election before she makes her move? I think she's waiting more towards the election, but I do feel like with a sense of losing court cases in between, she's definitely contemplating it before, you know, she's contemplating it now too. She's been contemplating it, I think, for a while. I mean, they don't have their whole relationship is a business arrangement, and she's a gold digger. She wants money. Yeah, I agree, Sharon. No, I don't think Melania took some of the documents, Becky. I don't pick up on that. All right. Somebody wants to know how 45 will react to the passing of Putin. I think he'll be a bit relieved, to be honest with you, because I think that there's a lot in the vault that Putin knows that has Trump worried. So there'll be a bit of relief there. I don't. I feel like Trump with Putin feels more desperate. There's not a friendship there. Putin doesn't even really like Trump. I think Trump annoys Putin his stupidity, to be completely honest with you. But I do feel like there's a bit of relief when Putin passes. Water Lily wants to know, will the outcome of Paul Pelosi trial initiate stronger and more detailed gag orders from Trump? I don't know if it's a result from Paul Pelosi, Water Lily. I mean, it should be. Um, but I'm telling you though, the cases in New York is they're on the defense, so they're wrapping that up. But I definitely feel with the DC January 6th case, like Chutkin is not playing around, and I do feel like she's a bit more um, firmer with the threats and all of that. I feel like if anybody was going to, hold Trump in contempt and hold him in a cell for a day or two, it would be Chutkin to let him know she's not playing, to let him know that she's not playing. So I do feel like there is more strictness in it, but I don't know if it's a result of the Pelosi trial. Giselle says GOP Congress getting physical now. McCarthy elbows a colleague in the back while this man was getting interviewed by NPR. Yeah, I think McCarthy's denied it, but I did feel like there was an altercation there. And I think the guy that he pushed was one of the ones that voted against him, voted him out as speaker, if I remember correctly. I feel like Mike Johnson has like there's money offshore, Anna. It's like it's hiding stuff to protect themselves. I feel information coming out about them hiding money. Yep. And as I'm shuffling too, here's the action card, Ace of Wands. There was action between McCarthy and that dude. I know that there was another one in the Senate too, but I don't know what's in the water on Capitol Hill right now, but it feels like there's more Republicans being angry too. So I don't think this is the last of the these two incidents are the last. Yeah, the world watching more. Just the chaos in the it's an embarrassment, really. Emotions are overflowing. The devil. I think they're scared. Carrie made a good point. With the election, I think they're running scared, and like everybody's emotions are overly active right now. But I do see us coming to a place too. Like I said, I always feel like it before the next election. There will be some bipartisanship. They'll be working across the aisle, and things will actually get done again. I know it seems crazy right now saying it, but there's agreements being made, hard work, collaborations, and wishes being fulfilled. So I think it's starting to be a wake up call for some of these Republicans that Trump on the ticket and the MAGA extremism is not going to win elections, and them really wanting to turn away from it. Becky says I wanted to see the cat fight. Well, he might have a central bank account, Anya, but I mean, money can definitely be moved overseas too. They're sending money there. I'm telling you. Tim Burkett, Tennessee was elbowed by McCarthy. I've been telling you guys for a while the Republican Party is imploding, and I mean, there's physical fights now. This is where we're heading to with the Republicans. All right. Jillian says there's an article I read that Trump is going after immigrants. Will this hurt Republicans in 2024? He went after immigrants when he won in 2016. I do see it making an impact, but I mean, also right now Trump's out there and spewing, like his speeches are being compared to Hitler's speeches, so spewing hatred and all that too. I do see that turning a lot of people off, but um, I think, I mean, a lot of the Republicans, they don't care. They agree with his hate, and that's the sad reality of it. But I do see like more independence and it really getting turnout for Democrats up along with Roe v. Wade, and I think the overall threat that people see the Republican Party to our democracy. All right, you guys. I'm probably only going to do another question or two. I have something right up after this. I have a session, and we're going to have lots of opportunities this week to do political readings. So, a guy wants to know: are Trump and Haba involved in a relationship? Yeah, perhaps she changes his diaper. No, I don't think so. I don't think she would be for that at all. I think that actually, like that thought would repulse her. To be completely honest with you guys, I don't feel that she's not into Trump. Frankie, will more states legalize pot? I do see it, but I see it eventually. I think it's after the next election, but I see it being federally legalized. Maybe 2025, 2026. No. Trump would love to have. I think Trump is attracted to her. I do not see her being attracted to him. Ooh. And I almost feel like their relationship too, attorney and client, there's going to be some things coming up, and then I have the Tower for their relationship and an ending here. Two of Cups can mean something romantic. I don't feel that way though. I feel like she's not into what Trump is offering, besides maybe money, but not sleeping with Trump. But yeah, it's like there's a lot of energy ramping up and momentum, and then the Tower happens between them, and they have a falling out. I think she already knows too the cases that she's on. I mean, she's losing there. They're just trying to grift at this point. Oh, and I didn't bring it up earlier too. There's so much going on; it's hard to keep track of everything. I I know a lot of people were upset that Powell was given a deal and Jenna Ellis, but I mean, they just showed some of their testimony, and I don't see how they're going to be able. Trump is going to be able to walk that back. I mean, Jana Ellis pretty much said that everybody was telling him he lost, and he said he didn't care, he wasn't leaving. Um, so, and Jack Smith is going to keep an eye on that. But then I think I heard too, Fonnie Willis filed something saying that the defense leaked that, and that it's to intimidate the witnesses. And I do feel like there might be some trouble for that too. So we'll see. Laura, Trump is impotent anyway. Oh, I'm sure there'll be attorneys that sue him, Hilda. Trump doesn't care. They're representing the wrong side anyway. I don't care if they get paid or not. To be completely honest with you, they should have known who they were dealing with when they decided to represent him. Oh, Jacqueline said the questions are showing up blurred. I don't know how I can do anything about that, Jacqueline, unfortunately. All right. Let's do one more question, you guys. Send me a good one. Oh, absolutely, Elaine. Will Donald Jr., Eric, and Ivanka ever be held accountable for their part in the company's fraud and money laundering? I definitely feel Junior getting in trouble with that, and I feel like Eric might too. Ivanka feels like she gives information, and I've always seen like an ankle monitor on her leg, so she might work out some kind of deal for home arrest. But for them, I think the thing that would hurt them the most is not having any money, not having any power, and you know the whole Trump empire, it comes crashing down. They don't have anything after everything's said and done. So I feel like that hurts even more for them. Take a look at Manchin. Yeah, he wants to run for president. I mean, and I think he's being asked to run for president and probably benefiting by getting money because I mean, how many times do we have to see these Republicans are so desperate? They know that they're going to lose with Trump, so they have to do anything to kind of shift and try to take Democrats votes away from Democrats and Biden. I don't see him being successful in that. It's really funny too because I saw these polls are so ridiculous. There was a poll out there and it had Trump and Biden with RFK and Kennedy was at like 25%. There's no way that many people are voting for Kennedy. It's not going to happen. And with Kennedy, I feel like if anything, it's taking votes away from Trump. Even with Manchin, I feel like it would be a very small amount of people that voted for him, and it would be more moderate Republicans, you know, Republican independent voters that would vote for him, but it does not seem significant. I'm not worried about Manchin at all. His career's over. I've been telling you guys, his career's over. Yes, there will be Congress people involved in January 6th getting indicted, Pauline. Time frames are always a bit hard, but I feel like I've been saying it for the last month. I feel Jack Smith has more indictments ready to drop soon, so we shall see. Sure, Barbara, it's going to be rough in 2024, but I actually feel like the energy is starting to settle down, and that's because we're starting to get some accountability. And like I said, it feels like it's more chaotic more than anything else. The Republican Party imploding. Um, it's like shit finally hits the fan. So it doesn't feel like it's like when Trump was president and it was super heavy. I mean, we're going to have those moments of shock and awe, but ultimately it's for the good. The crumbling of the Republican Party. No, Manchin won't succeed, Jacqueline. Oh yeah, Frankie. Jared's going to be in trouble for that 2 billion from Saudi Arabia. That's probably next year. I don't even know when that would go to trial, but um, I feel like it might be summer or fall of next year. So we got a little bit of time still. But I've always felt Kushner spending some time behind bars too. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to wrap it up there, but thank you all so much for hanging out with me. It's always fun. If I didn't get to your question today, you'll have plenty of opportunity. I will have Kim on the channel tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thursday, Mel should be on at 8 p.m. Like I said, next week for my members watching, I do have our live stream next Monday at 7 p.m. I'll be answering any of their personal, political, spiritual questions, anything you want to ask me for about an hour. Um, the link is in the description box if anybody'd like to become a member. It's a fun little group, so we would love to have you. And also, if anybody would like a reading or a Reiki session, a combination of both, send me an email at kevinlovingvibrations@gmail.com, and we can go over any details and getting you set up, okay? All right, you guys, sending you a lot of love. I will hopefully see you all tomorrow night, okay? Take care. Bye, everyone.